to the double play. Taylor Ward will hit next. Ward matched a homer in his last game. He'll challenge, thought that was a ball, and it's going to stay a strike. So they'll lose their first challenge. Tied up here in the early going. Chris, he's currently the team leader in stolen bases. Hard hit left side. There with plenty of time, and that ends the inning. Second inning coming up from Baltimore. All tied 1-1. Back here in Baltimore, new inning getting started. So the Baltimore Orioles have had a rough go so far this season. Siggy, they got to be scratching their heads in that clubhouse.
Actually, Boog, I think the way they respond in the clubhouse is going to be critical. If you're able to laugh it off, trust your talent, and work hard, it should work out in the end. But there's no doubt they put themselves deep underwater in the standings, and they've got a lot of ground to make up. Big few weeks coming.
Jose Altuve up to hit here. Jackknifes out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Chris, you played here in 2002. What are the memories that stand out as to being a member of the Baltimore Orioles?
For me, it was just pulling into the parking lot and having those that were there with an encouraging smile or a pat on the back, regardless of how things were going. It made it a lot easier to come to the ballpark, whether you were doing well or you were struggling. And then the way that they treated your family. I mean, this is a great place to play, and I'd say it's got to be one of the top places in all of baseball.
Christian Walker, the next to hit, takes ball one. And you had a cameo in the movie Moneyball as an Orioles player in a highlight clip. 2 down, nobody on. Now a pop-up on the infield. Westburg under this one. And that is that. We go to the bottom of the second, tied 1 apiece. Bottom of the inning. Now here's the Orioles DH, Jeremiah Jackson. Jackson launched a homer in his most recent game. The 0-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Outside corner, got him looking. Now he's challenging a called strike.
Been a pretty rough start to this series for him at the plate. 3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday, another one right there. They've clearly got a great plan for how to deal with this guy right now.
Digging in, Colton Cowser.
Yeah!
Here comes the 0-1. He scored more runs than anyone else in his team so far this year, Chris. Eric Summersgill with home plate duty in this one. Kind of known for being generous with the corners, Chris.
You know, I think that used to be a lot bigger deal in past eras where pitchers were working more in and out with their pitches. But, yeah, we'll see if those corners come into play in this one. Hey, no pitcher's going to argue at all.
The 1-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Just indecisive in that at bat. He couldn't commit to the slider. Tried to sit in between. Just not able to put the bat on the ball.
So next to hit for Baltimore, Jordan Westburg. Good power, not great in the OBP department. The 0-1. That one at triple digits.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
What a stop. Over to first. Nicely done for the out. We played 2 full innings and we're tied 1-1. On to the 3rd inning, and stepping in for the Astros, Cam Smith.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Gets him to chase after that one. Smith went deep in his most recent game. On the ground right side. Throw to first in time.
Up next for the Astros, left fielder Joey Loperfido.
Here's the Astros leadoff man, Joey Loperfido. 0 for 1. He grounded out to first his last time. And that's down and away. Chris, he leads the way with the best batting average on the team. Hit in the air, left field. Ward gets under it. And that quickly 2 away.
Up next for the Astros.
Here's the catcher to hit, Cesar Salazar. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat.
Hey!
Off the plate inside, and 1-1. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss, struck him out. 3rd out, and that ends the frame. Nothing doing there for Houston. Score remains tied 1-1. Set for the bottom of the 3rd. Now the Orioles catcher, Adley Rutschman.
All right, Boog. So I was scrolling through social media the other day, and a video of Adley popped up. It was a clip of him playing college football for Oregon State. How athletic is this guy? He tackled Stanford great Christian McCaffrey. Seriously,
Foul ball.
What can't Rutschman do on the field?
This one in the air, center field. He's got it. And there's one down.
Batting ninth, right fielder.
Now it's the Dylan Beavers.
Inside, ball one.
Next offering in there for a strike. And the count 1-1. Got him. That K's their third of the game.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Holiday in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball.
Aye.
Just missed. Comes up empty. That's strike two. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Here's the 2-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Got him swinging for the strikeout. He didn't make it easy for her on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. We played 3 full innings, and we're tied at 1. On to the 4th, and stepping in for the Astros, Donnie Che. He is quite an athlete. I mean, you look around the other sports. Basketball, football, you feel like he could thrive in one of those sports too. On the ground to the left.
That's a foul ball.
But that rolls foul. Right there for a strike.
He's been pitching well, but going through this middle of the order second time through, we'll see what kind of adjustments are being made.
High chopper to third. Westberg fires to first in time.
Now batting, center fielder, number 26.
Now it's going to be Joshua Herson. He's 0 for 1. This guy makes great contact. One of the best in the game at putting bat on ball.
He's got such quick hands, and he's gaining pitch recognition. That keeps him square to the plate. There's a good chance that his bat stays in the zone a long time, and that produces solid contact consistently.
That clips the corner. Swings and misses. 2 up, 2 down. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Isaac Paredes digs in now.
Aye.
Paredes wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge. And after review, it was a ball. Good eye. So they've still got both their challenges. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4.
Aye.
2 down, nobody on. He goes down looking. On to the bottom of the 4th, tied 1-1. Back now at Oriole Park, and now the shortstop, Gunnar Henderson.
Gunnar Henderson.
You know, these Orioles just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Loperfido on the move, pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's 1 down. And here's a look at how she's using her pitches in this one. Here's Pete Alonso, 0 for 1 so far. Since debuting in 2019, no player in the majors has hit more homers than Pete Alonso. And that's outside, and it's 1-1. In the air, left field. Loperfido should have this one. And there's 2 down.
Up next for the Orioles, left fielder Taylor.
Now at the plate, Taylor Ward. Grounded out his first time. Pop foul out of play off to the right. The 0-1. And ball 1. All tied up. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, left field. Pretty well struck. That's got a chance. Makes the catch up against the wall. 5th inning coming up. Tied at 1. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
Well, these Astros, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
That one drilled left field. Way back there, it's got a chance. He brought it back.
Well, he just took one away from one of the best in the league. It's not going to happen very often, but when you get the opportunity, better make the play, and he did right there.
Here's the former MVP, Jose. Tuve grounded out his first time up. And that is out of play. The 0-1. On the ground to third. Slings to first in time.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And now it's Christian Walker. First time up was a pop out. Check swing went around, and that is strike one. Ball one there. Check swing, but he went too far. And it's 1-2. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Halfway home, all even, one apiece. Back here in Baltimore, here's the designated hitter for the Orioles, Jeremiah Jackson. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
You know, these Orioles just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
The 0-2. Got it. And there's one down.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
Cowser stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Fought off foul. And a 1-1. That one in triple digits.
This game has been so tight. Feels like the next team to score will win it.
Got him looking for the strikeout. And that's 6 Ks for her in this one.
Well, I think that was just a case of a hitter quitting on a pitch. He was looking fastball and didn't see it out of the hand and just left the bat on his shoulder. That was a changeup right over the plate. Probably not the location he was looking for, but the change of speeds is what fooled him, and she got the out.
Westburg stands in now and watches strike 1. Swings over the top of that one.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can. She missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand. Probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch. So got to stay ready for it.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Two down, nobody on. Good job to fight that one off. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And she strikes out the side in the 5th. We played 5 full, tied at 1 aside. Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far.
Slow dancing your heart away. Lost in the maze you made, yeah.
Cam Smith, the next to hit.
Right fielder, Cam Smith.
High fly ball down the left field line. Carrying well. Out of here. Third home run of the season. And the Astros jump in front. It's 2-1.
The one thing the pitcher didn't want to happen just happened. That's not an easy one to stomach. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Loperfido at the plate now. That's ball one.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Outside, that's
coming up, and a home run already surrendered. He's really going to have to execute against these next couple of batters.
Outside.
Yep, that ball went out.
Ball three.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
And a 4-pitch
No, ball
walk.
four.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
Catcher, Cesar Salazar.
Cesar Salazar up next for the Astros. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Now back.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his
12.
approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Zach Eflin departs, and they trail as he exits, but he kept them close. A new arm will be on the mound after the break.
Now pitching.
The new
to
pitcher in the
Orioles.
game, Yennier Cano.
Number 78.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
First and second, no outs. Jay getting ready to hit. Singled and scored back in the first. He's 1 for 2. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite. Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
That
That's
misses.
ball two.
Ball two.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
Check swing called strike. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. First and second, no outs. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Outside low. Full count now. That ball is foul, and the pressure is building. Too low, ball 4. And what a job on that long battle as Walk loads the bases and puts the potential tying run just 90 feet away. Stepping in, the long ball threat, Joshua Person. Golden opportunity right here.
Well, this is a tough situation with the bases loaded, but the healthiest mindset is just try to get outs, one hitter at a time. You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points. Way to lay off that pitch down.
In danger of walking in the tying run.
Well, this is such a tough offense. That pitcher needs those pitches called for strikes.
That's
you
out.
don't want to
Ball
give these
four.
hitters any more advantage. They're already bruisers.
Ball 4, and a run comes in to score. Bases loaded, nobody out. Isaac Paredes up next for the Astros.
Well, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
And now the 0-1. On the ground, right side. And that's just foul.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
The next
Ball
offer
3.
misses. And the count's full. Struck him out looking. Huge strikeout there. Now the Orioles manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Yennier Cano will depart, and he leaves with the bases loaded, so he'll look for some help from his teammate coming in behind him. Cade Povich will take over here.
Well, no margin for error in terms of throwing strikes with the bases loaded. Just has to execute one pitch at a time to try to get out of this.
Next to hit, Jake Myers. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Gap shot should score at least 2. One runs in. Another comes in to score. Runner around third. He's safe. And they clear the bases. And the lead is up to 5.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. 1 out. Runner at second. Jose Altuve now at the plate. Has grounded out a couple of times. That's in there. Strike 1. And he'll challenge that called strike. Barely a hair out of the zone, but it was a ball. They'll keep both their challenges. Man at second. And that's fouled off. The 1-1.
That's a ball.
And that's downstairs and outside. Runner at second here, 1 gone. That's too high, and it's ball 4. Another walk.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
So next up for Houston, Christian Walker. There's a strike.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to continue, finish off this hitter.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two.
Sometimes being lucky is a swing and miss. If he makes contact with that pitch, probably hits into a double play.
2 on, 1 out. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
And stepping in for the Astros, Cam Smith. And he has a chance to homer for the second time this inning.
I'm sure it never crossed his mind and he'd get another chance to do that again in this inning, but here we are. Let's see if he can pull it off.
In the air, right field, pretty well struck. That's got a chance. Makes the catch up against the wall. All in all, 10 come to the plate. They bat around at 5 score. 8-9-1 scheduled in the bottom of the 6th. It's the Astros 6 and the Orioles 1. Well, we go bottom 6. Now the Orioles catcher, Adley Rutschman. They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list.
This is a very important inning here. After scoring all those runs, you want your pitcher to come out and just mow them down. The offense has worked hard. It's shut down inning time.
This ball's chopped on the ground. Throws to first in time.
Up next for the Orioles, right fielder,
Dylan Beavers, the next to hit for the Orioles. His first at bat was a strikeout. Aye! Ground ball right side and foul ball. The 0-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Strikeout number 8.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Now it's the second baseman, Jackson Holliday. Singled back to the first and scored their only run. He's 1 for 2. Breaking ball in there for a strike.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
Hammered down the right side, but foul. Two down, nobody on.
No, that's
really
down.
Good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That missed by a lot. And the count now even up. That's off the mark. And the count's full. Gunnar Henderson up next. Payoff pitch. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. This one lifted in the air, left field, and that's the 3rd out. So they make short work of them there. 7th inning coming up. It's the Astros 6 and the Orioles 1. We hope you're enjoying the game of the week on MLB The Show. We go to the top of the 7th. Here's the Astros leadoff man, Joey Loperfido. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And a good start to the inning. Well, he waited until the 7th, but that's the knock that'll extend his hitting streak. Singy, how much does it weigh on your mind when you're coming to the plate in the late innings with a streak going?
Yeah, quite a bit. And a hitter's supposed to say he's only focused on the current at bat. But, man, honestly, it's hard not to know that if you don't come up with the hit, your streak's over. So it's there, at least in the back of your mind.
Now, Cesar Salazar. Ground ball up the middle. Flips it. There's one.
Ow!
On to first. Safe.
No, he's safe.
So they get one, but a really nice try there.
Number 12.
One out man at first. Donnie J will hit next. And there's a base hit to left.
Now batting, center fielder, number 26.
First and second, one out. Person, the next to hit. Ball one, no strikes. Two on, one out. That one lifted to left. Ward under it. And there's two down.
Up next for the Astros, third baseman, Isaac Paredes.
So up next, Isaac Paredes. 0 for 3 in this one. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. First and second, two down here in the top half of inning number 7. Out towards right center field. He's got it, and that is that. 2 left for the Astros. They still lead it, though, 6-1. Back now at Oriole Park, set for the last half of the 7th. Gunnar Henderson digs in now.
Changing speeds has this lineup completely off balance in this one. We've seen a lot of mistimed swings, and it's been a challenge for these hitters to get their rhythm right.
This one in the air, center field. Person under it. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for the Orioles, first baseman.
And next for the Orioles, Pete Alonso.
Ball one.
The Stros leading by 5 here at the bottom of the 7th.
Nope.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
And now it's even up. Set down on strikes. That's her 9th strikeout so far.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Ward in the box again. Takes the strike.
Pretty rare location right there, right down the middle. She paints the edges. I'm not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
Climb the ladder with that fastball, and it's 0-2. Right through there, got him. So she cracks double digits with her 10th strikeout. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. The lead remains 5. It's 6-1. Back here in Baltimore, for the top of the 8th, Jake Myers getting ready to hit. Singy, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checked. All the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
That one fouled off. And now 2-1.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
He swings and drives one out to deep left field. Ward ranging back to the warning track, makes the catch.
Tried to take on the wind in left field right there. Just a little too much traffic up in the air. Mother Nature won that one. It's hard to say, but I think that might be gone otherwise.
Jose Altuve up next for the Astros. And that drops in for a strike. And that one hammered. And that's a foul ball. The 0-2. Reaching for it. Makes the catch.
Up next for the Astros, first baseman Christian Walker.
2 outs, base is empty. And next to hit for Houston, Christian Walker.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Check swing, but he went too far. That's strike 2.
I wouldn't say the game's close right now, but it's not out of reach either. I mean, these pitchers really need to put up a 0 on the board just to maintain a little hope.
2 down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the 8th. And that's who the swing. It's a strikeout. Throws to first in time. That's the 3rd out. Inning over. It's the Astros 6 and the Orioles 1. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
Designated hitter, Jeremiah
It's been a very impressive outing so far. Her command has been a big part of it. Even when she misses outside the strike zone, which is exactly what a pitcher wants. Look at that right here. He did the team thing, took until he got a strike. Now he's got to go to work, shorten up that swing a little bit, do whatever it takes to get on base.
Oh, great stop. Takes it himself, and he got him. Nicely done at first for the out.
She's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind her with another ground ball. Good execution.
And now Colton Cowser who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
Yeah!
The Astros leading by 5 here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Right through there for a strike.
That's
Definitely
a ball.
a swing and miss slider down and in. She finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
Next offering is downstairs. On the ground, right side, and it goes just foul. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Off the
Ball
mark
3.
there, and it's a full count. Got him looking for the K. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. So next to hit for Baltimore, Jordan Westburg. And first offering is fouled off. On the corner for a strike. Look out!
First base.
And it hit him.
Up next for the Orioles.
So 2 down. Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move.
Now pitching for Houston.
So a new pitcher out of the bullpen for the Astros, number 46. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Sliced hard but foul. Close one, doesn't get the call. Ball 1. I thought that was a strike, and here's a challenge. It just shaved the zone. Still 2 challenges left for them. Westburg, the runner at first with 2 gone. On the ground, right side, Altuve. Out number 3. And the Orioles lead 1. They trail it 6-1.
Now pitching.
We're
for the
back. It's the top of the
Orioles.
9th, and there's a new
Number
pitcher on the mound.
71.
Dietrich Enns.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Fly ball down the line. Grabs it on the run. And a quick out, number 1.
For the Astros, left fielder Joey Loperfido.
Back to the top of the order now. Now the left fielder, Joey Loperfido. And he chases that one below the zone. Activity in the bullpen for Baltimore. Keegan Aiken, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Bradish getting loose as well. Now the 0-1. A little out front there as he swings through it.
He's trying to stay away from this lefty, knowing that a lot of left-handers like the ball down and in.
The 0-2.
That's a ball.
Cut on and miss, struck him out. Now 2 out.
Good pitch right there. I mean, he's attacking a location that this guy at the plate tends to have trouble with. And there's just so much information in this day and age, sometimes too much information. But the guys that can take that information, process it, and then go out there, Boog, and execute the pitch, go right after that hitter and get the result that they were anticipating. That's really good pitching right there. And it's a good job of the pitcher and the catcher working together.
Two down, nobody on. So now 1-2. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That's going back. Back some more. And in one hops the wall. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Now batting.
I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
So runner at second, 2 down. Jay now at the plate. On the ground to third, but it kicks foul. Man on second, 2 down. Foul ball. Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
Ball, that's out.
Waves at the bender for the strikeout. One left for Houston. They lead it though 6-1. Back now at Oriole Park. All set for the bottom of the ninth. Dylan Beavers digs in now.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
Hey!
That one the other way.
Foul ball.
And foul ball. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, he just had no answer for that hard inside fastball right there. Just blew it by him. And not every pitcher likes working inside, especially with 2 strikes. They don't want to hit a batter and waste an opportunity to put him away. But if you can locate that fastball just like he did, most hitters aren't looking for it, and it becomes very difficult to get a piece of.
Up the middle. A dive. He's got it. Fires to first. And that's a great play for the out.
Well, this is obviously a tremendous play, but for me, it starts with a well broken in glove. To have the confidence to go down, knowing that ball is going to be right in the pocket, so you've got a clean transfer, pop back up to the feet, and fire across the diamond. Outstanding job.
Orioles down to their final out. Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles. Ripped on the ground to second. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Astros keep it rolling. 7 straight victories now.
The number 7 is such a cool and sort of lucky number. Well, this team has been playing really well, but to win 7 games in a row, there's been some luck and there's been some really good play. I think you get to this point, you start to look at, can we double that? Make it double digits, make it 2 touchdowns, make it 14.
6-1 is your final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by the Game of the Week. I'm John Sciambi. We'll talk to you soon.